Hi, Bill here. I'd like to talk about a chess variant called forwards chess. It's not very well known. I got it out of a book called 100 Games You Can Play on a Chessboard, which include chess and checkers. It includes a whole lot of chess variants. So, yeah, it's amazing how just one simple rule change can change the whole flavour of the game. So this is normal chess rules, except for one thing. No piece can move backwards, so it doesn't affect pawns, except when they promote. They promote to a queen, the queen will be stuck on the back line. And it has great impact on checkmate because a king can't move backwards. In some ways it makes it easier for the king to mate, but it also means that because pieces can't move backwards, they won't control squares that the king can go to if they're in front of the king. So let's see, and you have to be very careful of committing your pieces. If you move your queen to the back line early on, for example, that queen can only stay on the back line for the rest of the game. So we'll just have a look at maybe a sample game. So white goes e4. So you lose nothing by moving pawns really because they can't move backwards anyway. Any more than a normal game of chess where of course you can weaken your position by too many pawn moves. So say if black does a similar sort of thing. So you really want to go for checkmate in these games because big gain in material can be problematic. Say you're a queen up, but your queen's on their back line, and mightn't be that helpful. Okay, so say the knight comes out to attack the pawn, and now let's see. Now the bishop comes out. Say now say a safe move would be for white to defend this. Say he brings the knight out. Now white can do a bit of a sacrifice here, and the reason is because the black king cannot move backwards, so he sacrificed the bishop for the pawn, and the king takes. And every time you get the king to move up one rank, you're making progress, because if you can drive the king up, say to the fourth rank or the third rank, you'll probably checkmate it. So the king's already moved forward a bit, which is some progress. So this game material's less important than in normal chess. The initiative is very important. So the knight takes the pawn check, and the king can't legally go backwards. And rather than going, he wants to try and avoid going right into the middle of the action. So say the knight comes out. Now black moves his pawn up because he realises this knight can't move backwards, so he can just pick it off with the pawn, which is a bit of a problem. So say white moves this pawn up, and then let's say that black thinks, oh, I can take this knight any time, so maybe I'll bring out another piece first. So he brings out a knight. Then say we bring out the knight. Okay, so white pins the knight, which is not a bad sort of move. So what black thinks, I'll take that knight. So white goes up check. Now the king can't go backwards, so he could go sideways or up. Okay, let's say he goes. Let's say he goes sideways. Now, let's say white castles. Let's say black gets the bishop out. So you do want to be careful about moving pieces too far up the board. And white charges this pawn up. So now, let's say black decides to take it, and the rook takes it. The knight and the bishop not being able to take it because that would be a backwards move. And let's say the pawn comes up to attack the knight. Now say white gives a queen check, so the knight can't take because it's in a pin. So he could block with the pawn. Let's say he moves the king up one more square. Okay, now Now we'll now let's see what can we do here. So we can well, let's say the bishop takes the knight. Let's say black makes a mistake, takes back with the knight. Now the queen's allowed to move sideways. You can keep pieces on the same rank. So the queen goes over to e5. It's defended by a pawn which is going forwards. And the king's in checkmate because it's not allowed to go backwards to d7 or f7 because no piece can go backwards. So that's just a sample game I made up. But it is quite a challenge. Just with one simple rule change, it might be a good thing to try in a Butz game. So yeah, not quite as interesting, say, as Forbid or Progressive or Take Me, but nonetheless, yeah, one of many possible chess variants I found in this book I've got. Okay, so thank you for watching.